This is the latest transmission from Echo Base Radio Blastland. Tune in now to Chapter 7 of Season 3 of Blastland. This chapter is titled Election Day in Los Angeles. Keep an eye out for new Blastland podcasts on Good Pods.
The election race was gaining momentum every day in the city of Los Angeles. A campaign headquarters was formed, and a group of like-minded individuals worked actively to promote their candidate. Rallies were organized, and propaganda efforts were in full swing. All around the city, banners with Director Thorn's portrait were hung, urging people to vote exclusively for him. Even school children were involved, walking around the city distributing flyers with his campaign program. Director Thorn understood that financing a campaign was an expensive undertaking. Many wealthy citizens supported him financially, thus giving him the advantage in this race. Director Thorn was even willing to invest his own resources because becoming mayor was only a part of his grand plan, the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. Without that position, he couldn't move forward with the rest of his agenda. Work in the campaign headquarters was bustling, and the entire city was immersed in an atmosphere of excitement. Everyone was preparing for the culmination of the election. The unfolding events did not escape the attention of the General Lab. They sent their representatives to study the situation in the city and gather information about the potential candidate. After the next communication session with the General Lab, this information became available to Jack. He shared it with us, and after piecing together all the clues, we were almost 100% certain that it was our Director Thorn. With the election nearing its end, our time to expose and capture Director Thorn was rapidly running out. Once elected mayor, Director Thorn would automatically gain immunity from prosecution. Ava was initially thrilled to learn of Director Thorn's possible location, but she quickly became lost in thought. What would happen if they failed to expose him in time? It would be a disaster as terrible as the apocalypse. The deadly virus would spare no living being. I could see Ava's anxiety, and I did everything I could to comfort her. I licked her hands, wagged my tail, and nuzzled her, trying to show that I was worried for her and would always be by her side. I even brought her a ball and nudged it into her hands, inviting her to play. Ava stroked my head and reassured me, telling me not to worry, that we would catch Director Thorn and return home to our normal life. And once we got home, we could spend more time playing with the ball. I knew she was right. It was only a matter of time. Time and time again. The most important thing is that time is a gift, a treasure for every person. It cannot be conquered, and it cannot be controlled. Time is the one thing that every human being will obey for the rest of their life.
This podcast was made available by Echo Base Radio Blastland. Watch out for next podcasts at Good Pods. Follow us on Twitter and LinkedIn. And stay safe.